The 2024 offseason is going to be interesting, as always, in the Program Fantasy Football League. Here is an overview of the coming rookie and transfer drafts with each team's potential needs and the decisions they face. New Mexico has the top overall pick and could potentially clear out the quarterback position and focus on either Caleb Williams out of USC or Drake May of South Carolina. If that's the case, Aiden O'Connell and Bryce Young would be available in transfer for some quarterback-needy program. If the Lobos were to keep their current quarterback draft restriction, it would mean letting either Aiden O'Connell or Bryce Young transfer, as they cannot keep two non-redshirt QBs on the roster. This has a top rookie recruit like May or Williams looking very interesting to the reigning national champions. With C.J. Stroud proving himself to be the guy, there's little chance of the San Diego State Aztecs making any changes at signal caller. Wide receiver could be another story, as SDSU has a chance to draft incoming rookie phenom Marvin Harrison, second overall. With New Mexico unlikely looking to draft a wideout, the Aztecs could be tempted to allow Garrett Wilson to transfer in order to make room for Marvin Harrison. On the other hand, the Aztecs wouldn't mind adding a top recruit in the running game where they are highly dependent on an injury-prone Kyren Williams and the fading talents of Ramondre Stevenson and A.J. Dillon. The Georgia Bulldogs are in need of a quarterback, so it seems like a no-brainer that they would either recruit one of the top two incoming NFL rookies or take someone in transfer. Bryce Young and Trevor Lawrence could be on the transfer market, so it will make for an interesting decision this offseason. The Colorado Buffaloes are thinking about floating Trevor Lawrence on the transfer market, but they also have their eye on top wide receiver recruit Marvin Harrison. If they let Lawrence explore transfer options, they could still re-sign him or even someone more promising, so don't be surprised if they do just that. Even if they skipped on a rookie QB in the rookie draft and signed a wideout like Marvin Harrison, they would still have the ability to re-sign Lawrence. It all comes down to what athletic director Mark Jones wants to build around, a top QB recruit or Marvin Harrison. The California Golden Bears find themselves in a decent position drafting 5th overall as they are in line to draft a top recruit at either wide receiver or running back. They don't exactly have an ideal situation at QB as they are forced to decide between Desmond Ridder and Will Levis, but it could prove to be risky going the rookie route at the position when they could be looking at the third best rookie prospect. On the other hand, there could be some interesting transfer options, so perhaps the Bears could have both a top rookie skill player and a top transfer QB. Things aren't as bleak as they seem for the Maryland Terrapins who need a quarterback. Maryland could get a decent wideout with the 6th pick in the rookie draft and still pick up a fairly decent transfer at the quarterback position. The Michigan Wolverines could be looking at the second best running back prospect in the rookie draft as they don't have a top 14 back on the roster. It seems like a no-brainer that Michigan will draft a running back 7th overall. Penn State should have some decent options at quarterback with the 8th overall pick either in the rookie recruit market or in transfer. If they went the transfer route at quarterback, there should be at least a couple of decent skill players left on the board at this position, with most of the top wideouts and running backs being picked when Ohio State selects 9th end. With no need of a quarterback, perhaps Michigan will go with a top tight end like Brock Bowers at 10th overall. The Crimson Tide don't exactly have a surefire QB in Justin Fields, so they could be looking to the transfer market and drafting the best of the rest at wide receiver and running back. The Texas Longhorns have an excellent quarterback situation with Sam Howell and Brock Purdy both on the roster for 2024, which means they are likely looking to bolster the running back and wide receiver ranks. They should also have options on defense as they could be in line for the top recruit at either defensive line or linebacker. Tulane already has Anthony Richardson at quarterback, and they should be in the position to transfer a solid QB for insurance. This leaves the Green Tide to target a top defensive recruit or skill player. The Fresno State Bulldogs are in a similar spot as the Texas Longhorns minus the QB situation. With Kenny Pickett treading on thin ice in Pittsburgh, perhaps Fritz Bucklew should be considering the transfer market at QB. Oregon Program Director A.J. Nardi redshirted everyone in 2023, so anyone he recruits in 2024 will be added depth for this potential championship contender. The Ducks get the best of what's left at the end of the first round and beginning of the second, which isn't a bad thing. Stay tuned to the Englehorn Fantasy Sports Channel for more off-season coverage of the Program Fantasy Football League, which combines regular fantasy football with the experience of running a college football program.